Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for y'all. We've been gone the last couple of days, been without electricity almost for over, just about 2 to 3 days max. It was going on about 3 days, no electricity or anything out here. So we're finally getting power generated back up, and it looks like we're steadily going to be repairing what's happening over here in some areas of the world. So with that being said, folks, we got some news to take care of today. We're jumping back onto the crypto scene, see what's going on here. We're going to keep y'all up to date daily. Now we can produce those videos for y'all. So Bitcoin obviously surpassing $50,000 for the first time. It's a huge jump in the crypto price. As you can see here, we got the news articles bringing it to you here first. $50,000 has been passed, and now we're taking a look at also as the Bitcoin price continues to accelerate. Bitcoin keeps hitting new highs as crypto mania accelerates. Yes, it does. Bloomberg, I don't know what happened here with Bloomberg, but we're not going to worry about that. But anyways, I do believe that was a talk about the CEO accepting, the CEO of Visa or MasterCard, I believe. Let's see, CEO of MasterCard accepts cryptocurrency here. So as you can see, can't really see it there, but anyways, you can see that there is a deal on the table, maybe with MasterCard accepting crypto. So we're gonna keep a close eye on that article, see if anything comes out in the next couple of days on that. And then Robinhood, obviously, they're trying to announce that maybe they can offer withdrawals and deposits to a cryptocurrency. So absolutely incredible. If Robinhood jumps on this bandwagon, that's going to obviously let a lot of consumers forget about what happened with the GameStop and obviously that price manipulation and that of the short squeeze that happened too with that, and people not being able to withdraw their funds, and people getting their orders closed without anyone else's acknowledgement as well. And so we're going to jump over into these articles, take a look at them, and let's go ahead and cue that intro and get started and look at the charts later. All right, folks, so here we have Bitcoin passing $50,000. Bitcoin surged at an all-time high of more than $50,000 on Tuesday. Large firms like Tesla, MasterCard, BNY, Mellon have shown support of the cryptocurrencies. Many crypto investors believe the current bull run is different to a late 2017 bubble. So this is a lot of people are saying that this is way different than 2017. Could we be soaring a lot higher? That is a possibility. 50,000 for the first time in history Tuesday, continuing its blistering rally as major companies appear to be warming to cryptocurrency. As the world's largest digital currency by market value rose to more than 3% to an all-time high of 50,400 at about 7:30 a.m. according to data from Coinmetrics. Bitcoin has gotten a boost from the news. Large firms like Tesla and MasterCard showing support for crypto. Tesla last week revealed that it had bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin and plans to accept the digital coin as a payment for its products. While MasterCard said it will open up its networks to some digital currencies, PayPal and BNY Mellon have also made big moves to support cryptocurrency. So yeah, it looks like obviously MasterCard is going to be next on that list, folks. So we do want to be keeping a close eye on this and see what's going to be happening when it comes to MasterCard wanting to accept this, this new form of payment here when it comes to cryptocurrency. So obviously MasterCard is saying that it could be accepting it, and then also we have CNBC, a company discussed quickly diminished of the idea of buying Bitcoin but considered whether to accept cryptocurrencies as payments. So yeah, I think it's just going to be widely more adopted and accepted from different companies as well too, such as e-commerce. If Amazon starts accepting it, I know eBay's been in the works of accepting it for a long time. I do believe Shopify already accepts it, so some of those other e-commerce stores and brands will accept cryptocurrency too as well. And this is just part of the adoption phase, folks. It is here, it is upon us, along with the economic collapse, along with the death of the dollar, along with the ice age. Man, if any of y'all have referenced Cliff High's work before, it is all planning out right now. We're waiting on the silver squeeze too, the silver short squeeze, and I have no idea, no doubt that that's going to be playing out along with the ice age data that has also been, this is just a preview, I believe, of what the ice age is supposed to be coming towards. So obviously, if you're being prepared, you're staying diligent in your work, you know that we are doing our best over here, and I'm keeping y'all up to date as these videos continue to come out here as well. MicroStrategies and Jack Dorsey fintech firm Square hit headlines last year after taking an unusual strategy of using corporate cash to purchase Bitcoin. I think that starting in March of 2020, you saw institutions start to arrive, and I think in 2021 you're going to see that trend continue. Saylor added. Oh man, and I was just watching another video today too. You know, it's from a guy that's pretty heavily debated inside of the crypto space, but he basically was just saying how Michael Saylor is going to continue to add to his portfolio of Bitcoin. But what that means is that he basically held this conference with over like 200,000 people, giving them the strategy playbook that he is using to buy Bitcoin. And I'm thinking that by all these people that came into that Zoom meeting or however he did it, he saw a lot of big names in there, folks. And the fact that he saw all these big names in there, he's now saying, okay, I know that there's going to be a lot of competition when it comes to Bitcoin in the near-term future. I better continue to buy up as much Bitcoin as I can. Being Michael Saylor, being that he has the connects to be able to do that too as well. I think that he saw a preview of all the competition, of all the institutional investors that are going to be coming into this space here in the near-term future, just by that conference that he had at the beginning of February. It was about what was it? Yeah, I guess it was about early February, first week of February or something, and now we're starting to see what's happening with that. Are people buying MicroStrategy? Are people buying Bitcoin? Are these institutional companies buying Bitcoin? The fact that they were all in there, Michael Saylor gave them the playbook. It's just incredible. So Bitcoin's incredible rally shows little signs of adapting yet after the token jumped past $52,000 for the first time. The largest cryptocurrency rose as much as 7.7% in New York Wednesday to about 52,300 after 5-folding surge in the past year. According to a composite of price compiled by Bloomberg, it reached 50,000 on Tuesday for the first time. Bitcoin's rally for some in panic of speculative fourth in financial markets, awash with stimulus. The crypto faithful counter that the digital asset is gambling more mainstream attention, especially after Tesla's Inc. in recent $1.5 billion MicroStrategy's boasted to convertible debt sale to buy Bitcoin nearly half of 9 million and cut the coupon to 0%, making it virtually a straight bet on the price of cryptocurrency. Yeah, and that's really what you have. What's exactly going to happen? You have Michael Saylor coming back in here after he held that conference with people, and he saw that how many people were interested in actually purchasing Bitcoin to put on their balance sheets, right? So get ready, folks. This definitely looks like a huge turning point, and we're going to take a look at the charts here in a second. The number of reasons why Bitcoin is soaring, but what stands out most is the trend that MicroStrategy started and Tesla popularized by moving institutional balance sheets into Bitcoin to hedge against inflation. Activity in Bitcoin futures suggests traders don't see a sudden end of the crypto rally, with spreads continuing to widen between the active contract of March and, according to data compiled by Bloomberg, shares of Asian crypto-linked companies advancing to Japan's Monex Group jumped 11%, and BC Technology Group in Hong Kong closed at a record. Yeah, so, and you're going to see a lot more of these companies, the mining companies, start to take off too as well when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So folks, get ready, and we're keeping all of our Patreon and our private trading group members up to date each and every single day. We already know what stocks we're invested into as well, whether it's MicroStrategies and Tesla. Those are a little bit on the higher end, but we found some that are going to be possibly good purchases purchases that are going to help grow the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market too as well. So folks, then Robinhood over here announcing that it is also ready to continue the adoption when it comes to cryptocurrency, maybe wanting to add deposits and withdrawals into the app itself, which it's been a long time coming, folks. They should have done this a long time ago. It would have given them way more credibility. I think that because of what happened with GameStop the past month and a half, we're starting to see that they need to redeem themselves, and but also, this also gives them an opportunity to add more liquidity into the market too as well, into the Abra app, because one of the reasons that they weren't allowing withdrawals of the crypto or of people's actual funds or closing orders for people was because they said that they didn't have enough liquidity. And so that just obviously means the books are going to keep getting cooked, right? But I think that with this deposit and withdrawals, obviously we're not a big proponent of holding our cryptos with a third-party company, but obviously if you want to, maybe leverage, I guess, or options trade with those markets as well, I do believe that they have Doge listed on there too. And so you're probably going to see a lot more money flow into the Abra app based off of this. According to a series of tweets published by the company's Twitter account, work on integration to cryptocurrency transfers has already begun through no data dates and specified were provided on when it will go live. Robinhood also clarified that crypto deposits would be custodied by their own wallets and added the company does not invest in cryptocurrency and will not use consumer funds or customer funds for its own benefit. So much interest in crypto. To be crystal clear, we fully intend to provide the ability to deposit and withdraw cryptocurrencies, including Doge. Robinhood, see, yep, they mentioned Doge right there. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. But here you have it, though, folks. They're mentioning Doge right there. So here, let's go back to that. And so Doge is obviously going to be one of the ones that they're going to add to that. Robinhood Crypto does not currently invest in cryptocurrencies and use any customer cryptocurrency for its own benefit, which is probably a negative because that's probably why they didn't have the liquidity, because they weren't using other people's funds at the end of that too as well. Robinhood currently has 7 cryptocurrencies listed. Don't sleep much while Robinhood Crypto offers 7 tradable coins, and so Doge, BTC, ETH, LTC, 24/7 trading, building deposits and withdrawals for all listed. So okay, they're building it. It's already being built. Congratulations, Robinhood. You should have done this a long time ago, but now we're starting to see the adoption take place, and hopefully you know what you're doing when it comes to obviously holding your cryptos through a third-party company, especially with Robinhood. They can close they can close those order trades that you have open anytime they want. That's what we saw happen with GameStop. So obviously you got to be very careful when holding through a third-party company such as Robinhood, because we've already seen what can happen. They can shut the app down. They can do a bunch of different things. You don't have keys. You don't have the keys to your coin, folks. They're not your coins, okay? And so that's just said plain and clear. We can get access to our individual wallets in crypto keys. Exactly what he said. Why use all these words and terminology? Answer the basic questions. We want to own our own wallets and crypto keys. Can Robinhood do that? Simple yes or no. And obviously, folks, this is going to be a heavy no. There's no way they're going to let you have the keys to your coins. That's just how third-party agencies work. That's how these brokerages work. I guarantee you it's not going to be own your keys at all. Just like how PayPal is and everything else, they're not going to allow you to do that. So obviously you're going to have to put your trust into Robinhood, and you're not putting your trust inside of the cryptocurrency program itself. So yeah, with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and jump on over into the charts and see what's happening over here. All right, so folks, take a look at this. We took a couple of days off of our break here with no electricity, freezing half to death, driving around, acting crazy on the roads, trying to get from place to another. Stores have been, it's just been crazy out here, folks. But look, we hit our price target. Hopefully y'all got in on this when we made our last video, I believe last week. I think we made our last video like on Saturday or something. But lo and behold, we come up to our price target. We've hit it. So congratulations if you took that trade. Obviously, we had a little bouncing back and forth here, but the total trend was back up to our price target right at underneath $53,000. So, we haven't quite gotten up to 53,000, but we're certainly close. And I definitely just think that we're probably going to continue up from here. So taking a look at the 2-hour time frame, you can start to see that market Cipher B kind of giving us a little bit of a nice little topping out pattern here for the most part. But let's see if we can start to recover. Are we recovering on our lower time frames? That's really what we want to keep a close eye on. 90-minute time frame still kind of looks like we're moving out to the side here. Take a look at the 30-minute. Let's see what's happening here. Are we starting to see any recovery? Taking a look at the 15-minute, no signs just yet. We did have a nice little trigger wave to the downside here on market Cipher B. This is probably going to end up falling probably back down to $50,000 or so. I definitely think that we'll probably come back down to retest that $50,000 area. And then from there, we could see a nice bounce. So if we already come back down to retest the 50, let's see where our EMAs are sitting at. 4-hour EMA does look like it's holding nice support here for us. So if we do get this continued bounce off of the 4-hour 21 EMA, then that could lead us back down to about the $49,000 area or so. But it does look like we are just steadily breaking away from our EMAs on these higher time frames, such as the 8-hour. Just massive break up to the upside here from our 21 EMAs. Take a look at the daily here. Let's see what's going on with the daily green dot here that has formed for us, folks. So I think we're just going to be headed up. It definitely looks more or less like we're probably going to be headed to the upside. Green dot here on the daily that is ready to confirm for us. And let's take a look at the 2-day. Possibly moving out to the side here. We're probably going to put in a higher momentum wave for the most part here on our 2-day as well. Yeah, and you know, I definitely think that we could have at least one more pump up to about $53,000. We're gonna have to remain cautious here, folks. Obviously, this is no time to be betting the farm. We could be coming out to a topping pattern. I'm not looking for 100K Bitcoin, to be honest. I think the market's gonna dump before that. Before we reach 100K, but obviously the overall goal possibly by the end of the year and maybe going into next year is 100K Bitcoin, but I definitely think we're going to see some type of correction, possibly maybe back down to the $40,000 area or so in the near term future. So I would be very cautious if you are leverage trading this. Obviously spot trading would be the best way to go, especially during these volatile markets as of right now. But if you're interested in leverage trading, we have links in the description box below. Let's take a look at the dominance chart, see what's going on over here with dominance. We got the break with our dominance chart here, folks. And this is what we were looking for. We were looking for this break of our trend line, our bullish trend line here. We got the break. We hit our $50,000 mark, our $51,000 area. And now we're probably looking to retest the 21 EMA here. Let's take a look at the daily, see what's happening here with the daily chart. We want to break above our 21 EMA here. Money flow still kind of in the red as of right now on our daily. Are we starting to recover on some of our mid time frames? It does look like we are starting to recover on our mid time frames. We got one more trend line for us to break here. It looks like we've created another nice little trend line pattern for us here. So we'll just readjust that. And yeah, we're definitely seeing some type of an inverse head and shoulders take place here. And so once we hit that inverse, we'll probably bust through here. And our momentum waves are already headed to the upside, folks, as you can see here. I don't think I need to draw it out for you. But yeah, we're starting to see this curvature pattern happen here. And then we're also starting to see our money flow move up to the upside too. So this definitely looks like a good play for the dominance chart. It definitely looks like the alts are probably going to take a little bit of a break as the dominance continues to rally. And we'll start to see how much we can recover here on the Bitcoin dominance for the near term future. So I just want to kind of zoom out here, get a little bit of a reference to see where we're at with our dominance chart. 4-day green dot that looks like it's ready to occur here on the higher time frames. And we've already started to see these higher time frames, such as the 1 day through the 3 day, already give us green dot confirmations too as well. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping a close eye on possibly the 10-hour, making our way up here, possibly getting rejected, but then coming back up to break through this trend line resistance area for us. So yeah, let's take a look at ETH, and then I think we'll go ahead and end the video out here, folks. So ETH, getting ready to hit that 2K area. I know we've had 2K on our radars for the longest time now, but we haven't quite hit it yet. But it does look like we are getting a nice little bounce here. This is our 10-hour time frame, folks. Market Cipher B giving us a nice bounce here right below our 0 pivot point. That's a nice tight momentum wave to the upside. We're definitely going to be getting a nice move up to the top here when it comes to that momentum wave, holding support right there at our 0 pivot point, and we have a bullish divergence here too as well. So get ready, folks. This definitely looks like we're probably going to be breaking through 2K ETH here in the near term future. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Have we gotten our green dot on the daily? We certainly have. Let's see how our VWAPs are sitting, mostly sitting off to the side on our higher time frames with the VWAP on Ethereum. But folks, we're still looking for that 2K ETH. It definitely looks like we're ready to come up and retest it. So I would get ready possibly by Friday. You know, going on into the weekend, it does look like maybe even by tomorrow we could get that 2K ETH that's incoming. We're currently just sitting under it by $100 or so. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting that 2K ETH here in the near term future. So a lot of news going on today, folks. I apologize for not being present. We are finally getting power back, and it looks like everyone has survived the storm. You know, but obviously this is also just the start of it. If y'all ever study Cliff High's data, y'all know that this is probably just the beginning of the ice age. So we need to be prepared out there, and that's why I'm keeping our Patreon members and our private trading group members up to date each and every single day. If you want to join with crypto, make sure you message me in Discord. I'll get you all set up there. But make sure you give me your Discord username when you join through either Patreon or through Discord or through by paying with crypto. That way I can get you a nice Patreon member role inside of our Discord server, because everything that we post now is pretty much on our Discord server. So we're just using Patreon as a payment processor. So with that being said, folks, thanks for tuning in today. This is Crypto Takeover. We're looking for 2K ETH. We're looking for Bitcoin to possibly break up to that $53,000 area as the dominance continues to rise there for Bitcoin. But ETH is still looking relatively good too as well. Yeah, and Michael Saylor pumping these markets, ready to inject more money into the market too as well. Obviously, he knows something that most of us don't know, but I think he knows how bullish these institutions are on Bitcoin. So get ready, folks. I think we're in for a wild ride for the rest of February, going on into March. And definitely keep an eye out on these markets. It looks like we're headed straight up to the moon and further on, probably to Mars, or even, I don't know, somewhere else, man, and to the outer verses of the planetary alignments. So I'll see you all on the next one, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Crypto Takeover signing out. See you later.